But speaking of Rihanna getting cheated on, so there was a lot of developments when I initially wrote down this
Yeah.
topic. So allegedly, ASAP Rocky cheated on Rihanna with a Fenty. She works on like Fenty footwear or something.
Yeah.
I don't
Her
want
name's like Amina or something.
to. Amina Muaddi, Muaddi,
Yeah.
whatever. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say whatever. No disrespect. Um, but yeah. So it's come out now since this whole thing. People put their think pieces in. How could you cheat on
I
Rihanna?
knew it was fake initially.
It didn't seem right.
The first reports came from like this random page I never heard of, like Kuko or something like that. And then from that, they got their information from some guy named like something with an L. And he was like, I know people. I'm like, you guys are just believing this random person. Like before even anybody say anything, Amina, Rihanna, ASAP, anybody, before anybody even said anything, I was like, you guys are stupid. Like I seen many tweets about people with all their think pieces right after that. And I'm like, what is your source? Kuko? Like this random Twitter page I never even heard of.
Yeah,
And then people are like cheating on Rihanna is insane. I'm like, no, believing a rumor is insane. Like that's the definition of insanity.
yeah. If you didn't hear from
Like,
the
are you
person directly,
stupid? And they're doing all that clowning ASAP when it's like you don't know how this is affecting Rihanna. Like now you're being a hypocrite. She's like in her third trimester, almost about to give birth, and now you're stressing her out by spreading a rumor online. Like, and then
yeah,
clowning that girl's page. You know, they went to that girl's page and were dragging her. That Mina girl.
yeah. It's all, but that's exactly what we were just saying. About the comedy thing. It's
Yeah,
like people people are so sensitive and then they're not.
yeah. And now they're on this girl's page calling her all types of names, but was crying over a Drewski skit.
Yeah. I don't understand it, but to give people context, so someone by the name of Luis Villaroma, which
Yeah,
is
that was the guy.
interesting, or Luis Villaroma, because I think that's like a Louis Villaroma all in one word. I think is like a, I want to say Italian clothing store. So interesting play on the name there. So on April 14th, they went to Twitter and he said Rihanna and ASAP Rocky have split. Rihanna broke up with him after she caught him cheating with shoe designer Amina Muaddi. And that Amina is responsible for designing Fenty's footwear, and Rihanna is often seen in custom shoes from her own label. The user continued, ASAP and Amina is not new though, as she was seeing him years ago and also collaborated with him on a collection of shoes. They went on to report that things apparently hit the fan at Craig's, a popular Los Angeles restaurant, adding that Rihanna allegedly unfollowed Amina on Instagram. So that was the full context of the story. So he put all that information out, but then realized, he said it was a dumb decision posting the information. I'm not going to talk about sources, blame others for whatever, because he still put the tweet out anyway. So he formally apologized and accepts the consequences. And now he wants to take a break from Twitter.
Of course he does.
Or she, I don't know,
Playing
but
victim.
I think it's a he.
I don't know.
Um,
It. I don't know.
yeah. So I mean, Amina responded as well. She said she has a great amount of respect and affection for Rihanna
And
and
she has a
ASAP.
boyfriend herself.
Yeah, right. So that's the other part where people put out these rumors. Is like you don't know what people have going on in personal life, and you don't know how that's affecting everybody's relationship.
Yeah.
And now there's gonna be like this cloud of doubt or
Yeah,
like,
because even when it was proven wrong, like some other person was like, it was a picture. Cause ASAP and Rihanna are in the Barbados right now, and there was like paparazzi pictures.
mhm.
And I saw in the comments someone was like, he's still a cheater. I don't care. And then the person came underneath and like, and we're like, how has this been like debunked? And like you have that much of hatred for somebody that you're still just gonna roll with it. Like that's like literally insanity. Like people are really like deranged. There's a lot of really weird, messed up people in this world. The fact that you even see a rumor, your first instinct though is to tweet. It's crazy.
Also the biggest thing is who cares?
Yeah, right. Like
Like,
everybody can. It had these tweets had almost 1 million likes. I was seeing. I'm like, you guys need to get a life for real. You don't know Rihanna. You'll never know Rihanna. You don't know ASAP. You'll never know him. Like, get it
and
off
they,
of them. They're just a regular couple. Like, relax.
and they have more money than you, and
Yeah,
you would trade your life for theirs in a minute.
yeah.
Which is why you shouldn't pay attention to really, honestly, what celebrities do in general, but definitely stuff like this. Like leave people's personal lives to themselves. Like,
Rihanna ASAP better than me. Like Rihanna's too. I mean, they're older in a different place. But they better than me. I would have posted up a selfie together, put the middle finger up, and be like, "You guys are broken, lonely. Stop spreading rumors about us. Get a life. We are on a plane to Barbados."
They are like me though.
They are like you, both of them. That's why they get along. Like,
exactly.
Because they're literally like ASAP's always been low key. He never was type to even post a lot. I feel like on Instagram ever, right? Like not that I know.
He just be chilling.
And
he posts in archives.
Been low key honestly since like anti. Like she's her online presence because she used to be clowning people online and fighting fans and stuff.
That was so long ago.
That was so long. Yeah, that was like 10 years ago.
She a billionaire now, but that's what I was saying to you. I'm like, yo, once you get to a certain point, like
they didn't even speak.
It doesn't even matter.
Amina spoke because she was the one that was accused of the cheating, and that's it.
Yeah, she probably been getting hit with it the worst.
Yeah.
Rocky don't even really have social media like that, so it's like you can't really attack him.
Yeah. And so her comments were crazy. I was reading. I'm like, people are really like crazy. Like this is, you don't even know what's the truth. You're just believing something you saw online. You're dragging this girl. Like that's just, for me, that's really insane. Like it's actually really scary to me that people are that like mentally like deranged.
That's the interesting part. You know what? I feel like there was the conversation about like, does like bullying still exist? But I feel like everybody is so, I was going to say the word, but I'm going to try not to be vulgar, but everybody's so P-word that bullying, I guess it's like, only cyberbullying now.
Yeah.
Which is whack. Bully me to my face.
Nobody's saying nothing in nobody's face no more.
Yeah, like that's the thing.
That's back in our, like I keep back in our time, like an old person. But that's really how
No, it is back in our time. Like if you said something to somebody online, you physically saw them shortly after. Me and my brother were just talking about that. He was like, we were talking about, I don't know if you overheard the conversation, but we were like, yo, bullying in the way they depict it on TV and movies is so drastically different than the way our experience was in school. Like we bullied our friends.
Yeah.
Like we would clown people. It wasn't really bullying, but I guess if you want to call it bullying, whatever. It was a mutual bullying because you're friends.
I mean, some people did get bullied though. Like I've seen it.
We never had that.
Maybe that's a white school thing.
Yeah, I think I didn't want to say it initially, but I think it might be.
No, I think that's definitely, even though I know like black girls bully each other though. They do.
They do.
But that like, because there'll be people who they know is not going to fight back and they'll just be making fun of them, right? Clowning them. But then I definitely feel like that stuff happens predominantly in white schools on both genders.
Yeah, because we never really had, like even the black women, and not to generalize anybody, but they didn't do that. Like, because you're liable to get punched in your mouth. Like,
yeah, I think the thing is at your school, everybody's kind of their match. But then you kind of do like probably even in the hood schools. Like your school wasn't a hood school, but I mean like schools in like Brooklyn stuff. Like my mom has her story. My mom used to be bullied for no reason. Like, but I was saying at the back, so she's not. Like she told me the story about how girls used to just like pull on her hair and just mess with her for no reason, and she would just be quiet and wouldn't say nothing. Or they make fun of her for being skinny. Same thing I went through. Now one day she snapped, pulled the girl's braid out. I told you that story, right? My mom snapped. She snapped. She
that was so
got
long
these
ago.
girls' faces messed up. Like, don't mess with my mom. Like she's just like me.
I'm talking about nowadays.
Yeah, that's true. That was
now it's different. Everybody's so soft now.
Yeah.
It's like been a progression of people were tough and then now everybody's super soft.
Yeah.
People not making these comments to anybody's face ever in life. Like you would never, and you could tell by I'm calling them, they're gonna be Generation TikTok. That's just gonna be how they're classified. But you could see in the way they speak and how like the videos that they make, and it's just a whole, like I don't want to sound like that old guy and sound like I don't understand TikTok or don't understand the generation, because I like, trust me, I do. But within that, it made a lot of cornballs, and it made a lot of people that feel so confident like being behind a keyboard. Like there's not real life consequences that, like if you said some of these things to people in real life, that you are liable to get put in the ground.
And that's the crazy part. Like it really is something with this, like with these phones, and like that just make people bold. It's like, you wouldn't even be like this in person.
That's the thing. You're not like that. You're not walking around doing that. Like I've seen people doing like the wipe your nose slat blood thing. Like you're not walking to those places and doing that in those places. You're just not.
So it's like, don't do it at all. You look stupid.
Yeah, you look stupid on your phone, like doing the TikTok dance, doing slat and throwing up gang signs. Like you look real stupid, and you look real stupid, and you would not do that on the ops block doing that, and you wouldn't do it on their own block. Like you just wouldn't do those things.
That's the thing. Anybody who's ever been like that online, I would love to just throw them in those situations.
Like you don't talk like that to your parents. You don't do that when you're at home. You probably go home and go sit in your room, lay on the bed, and still be on TikTok all day. Like you don't do any of that. And this whole generation of people, like of these kids, on the internet and Instagram comments, and unfortunately, it's not even just the kids; it's our
It's
generation too.
because
Like,
we're right in the cusp.
so what if somebody cheated and what?
Yeah, it's like how's
Pay
that
your phone.
affecting
Go
your
pay your
life?
phone bill. Go pay your electricity bill.
Like, oh, how could you do this to Rihanna? You don't know Rihanna.
You don't know her.
And I'm sure she's not looking to the internet for if she did get cheated on. I'm sure she wouldn't go to the internet looking for strangers to console her. She got friends in real life. You guys not her friends.
Yeah, she makes great music, and she's a great personality, and
she's
very successful.
Yeah, like she's admirable. Like,
but you don't know her because of those things. You don't know her.
But you could love her from afar and give public praise if you want to, but not but defending her. Like, I mean, I defend Kanye, but like acting like going crazy over like a cheating thing. It's like, I don't know. It's weird.
This whole generation is weird as fuck. But Amina responded. She posted on IG. I think this is IG. I'm on social media. I don't know what none of this is. I've always believed that an unfounded lie spread on social media doesn't deserve any response or clarification, especially one that is so vile. I initially assumed that this fake gossip fabricated with such malicious intent would not be taken seriously. Excuse me. However, in the last 24 hours, I've been reminded that we live in a society that is so quick to speak on topics regardless of factual basis and that nothing is off limits. Air horn. Not even during what should be one of the most beautiful and celebrated times in one's life. Therefore, I have to speak up as this is not only directed towards me, but is related to people that I have a great amount of respect and affection for. While Rhea is continuing to live her serene, best-dressed pregnancy life, and I go back to my business, I wish everyone a beautiful Easter weekend.
The funny thing is, too, people try to like, oh, but they unfollowed each other. It's like they never followed each other in the first place. Like, it's lies. Like, people take following too seriously. Like, just because they do work together don't mean they gotta follow each other, you know?
That's a major fact.
Like,
also,
I don't think they're friends. Like, I don't think they're like friends like that. I think they work together.
Also,
that's it.
You can communicate. Like, it's so crazy that social media is like the thing. Like, you can communicate with somebody.
Without following.
If I unfollow you right now on IG, I can text you.
Like, I mean, like, I get it because nowadays it does kind of mean something nowadays because like, why not? But it's like, it's still kind of like, it still isn't that serious in my opinion.
Well, why not is because I don't want to see following somebody means that you want to be up to date every single time.
That's true because we live together. And we together every single day. Why do you have to follow your significant other online? If you want to show them love, you could go to their page and like it and comment, okay, and share it. But it's like, why I gotta go in my feed and see you? I just sat in the parking lot for 30 minutes taking those pictures for you. It's like,
yeah, it doesn't make sense. Like I saw
them, I took them.
I was there.
Yeah, so I get that, and it's like they just work together. They might not really be cool or friends to hang out like that. Like, I think celebrities are starting to get to the point where they just follow people they actually know.
Yeah, but even I've seen celebrities only follow like one person, but do people think that they only
they don't mess with nobody else?
Yeah, like what? It's stupid. I hate this. All right, whatever.
I think Diara does that. It was on Twitter. She just follows Ken, which is funny because she still only follows him. I don't know if she'll unfollow him ever, but
honestly, and no disrespect to anybody that may be watching this that I do follow on any social media, but realistically, if I didn't think it would be taken a certain way, I would only follow you and my brother. I'm not particularly interested in the day-to-day updates of anybody else. And I would follow our pod page. I really don't particularly care about anything else. I would follow
people I know personally. Like, people that I still interact with. So, like people I know I'll be hanging out with, basically. So, like, AKA related, anybody who I actually still see. Friends, family members. You. It would just be people I know. So, like, the acquaintances, people that we went to school with, that I don't even talk to and probably never will again, unfollow, That's what I would do. At this point now, I'm not going to, but if I was famous, I would.
Yeah, this whole thing is stupid. And if y'all fed into that, it's stupid. Whether it was real or not. Whether it was real or not. Yeah,
even if it wasn't real. All the think pieces and the essays, especially by grown men, I was like, what is going on? Like, cheating on Rihanna is wild. Like, why?
Hold up, let me get into that real quick.
It don't matter how she look, anybody can get cheated on.
I don't want to beat this topic to death, but just to speak on that really quickly. Because people don't know these people in real life, and we've had this conversation before. I think actually our most viewed video was the A$AP Rocky Rihanna pregnancy announcement, and we said similar things because people were trashing A$AP.
And don't even know him.
But to quickly reiterate what we said there, like, anybody can get cheated on. Like, success, status, money, looks, anything doesn't matter. It doesn't mean anything.
And like, you guys, like you said, they don't know how Rihanna is. Like, it's funny how people idolize her so much, but who knows? She could probably say some crazy things in private that would probably get her canceled. And no one will ever know. you might think she's really pretty, and then you guys actually might be friends, and then like girls that hype her up, and you guys might butt heads the same way you butt heads with your friends before, and your ex friends in the past. You might have that same feeling that you have towards me, like any of my ex friends in the heat of the beef. What if Rihanna was just like me? Like the people, my friends who had beef with me about how I was. What if Rihanna's the same way? What if she don't be texting back? What if she, it's kind of not really a good texter in that aspect? And you might have that same beef for her that you have for me, but that's the thing, you don't know her. So you guys are so quick to defend somebody that you actually might hate. If you actually got to know her, you might actually hate her.
And I'm making an assumption here because anything that anybody posts on the internet, we're just assuming how their personality is.
Yeah.
I assume Rihanna to be very outspoken.
Yeah.
And
especially being from the islands, even though that's a stereotype.
Yeah.
But she just gives that off throughout her career.
So because of that, I would think that most of her opinions on things are very much hot takes.
Yeah.
And I think that she speaks her mind freely. And I think because of that, people that are singing her praises, I don't necessarily think that they would like her.
They might not like her.
Although we love Rihanna as a brand.
Yeah.
You don't know her as a person.
And how she acts online is a part of her brand. So she knows to say the right thing. She knows to support this and do this and support Democrats and support Black Lives Matter and do this. Like, it's PR. She's just being smart. She might be doing all that and then in real life might have feel a certain different way than she's posting online. We don't know her.
And to be clear, this is not specific about Rihanna, but just in general, like this is to have a broader conversation about you don't know these people in real life.
Yeah.
And we're not saying that Rihanna is some like racist.
No, yeah, we don't know how she is. Yeah, that's the point.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We don't know how she is, and you don't know how any of these celebrities are. So y'all need to stop being weird. Y'all don't know these people.
Yeah.
No more than we know them, but what we like to speak on is the facts. We're not going to speak on rumors.
That's like with me. Like when I defend Kanye, I'm just speaking on what I see on the facts. I don't know Kanye. I don't know Kim. I don't know. Like I might not like Kanye in real life. Like if that's the crazy part. That's why sometimes I'm like, it's better not to even meet certain celebrities because you might be real disappointed. Kanye might get on my nerves in the real world, and I might want to fight him because he seems outspoken and like just like he seemed like we seen the documentary. His personality seems overwhelming and unpredictable, and I would probably be overwhelmed around somebody like that. But I just defend him online based off facts, like based off things I know, like that are public information. Like North shouldn't be on TikTok. I don't need to know Kanye or Kim or nobody to agree that she shouldn't be on TikTok and shouldn't even make certain TikToks. So when I be like, oh, Kim's trash for that, that's because she is. Like there's no reason. I don't feel like there's no reason that your kid should be on TikTok, no matter if it's supervised or not. So that's what I speak on and defend people on. Like concrete stuff like that, like non-debatable.
Yeah. But
you guys are clowning ASAP over a rumor from this page nobody ever heard of. Like, and TMZ be wrong, but I would believe the TMZ thing before anything else. If they posted a rumor, cause they have been right a lot.
They're the feds, that's why.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure they're the FBI actually.
They got inside man.